let's try to continue. Next halacha. Anyone who verbalizes his confession without resolving in his heart to abandon his sin can be compared to a person who immersed himself in a mikveh while holding the carcass of the lizard in his hand. So I'm sure you heard this many times, right? So that's the stupidity of the person, right? And we're going to explain what does it mean. His immersion will be of no avail just because he declared, I'm going to do this and that, and he did not do it. It's like, right? It's not such a good situation. Let's put it this way. Until he cast away the carcass. So he's in the mikveh. So until he cast away the carcass, even he dipped them many times, even with the carcass of this animal. As soon as he goes from the water, he's impure again. You understand? So it's useless. This principle is implied by the statement Proverbs, Mishlei, right? 18:13. He who confesses and forsakes his sins will be treated with mercy. Right? As clear verse. Right? It is necessary to mention particularly. One sin, as evident by Moshe confession in Exodus 32:31. I appeal to you. The people have committed a terrible sin by making golden idol. Okay. So let's go from the beginning and do this commentary and try to explain what it means. That's very, very interesting halachah. So from the beginning, anyone who verbalizes his confession without resolving in his heart to abandon the sin can be compared to a person who immersed himself in a mikveh while holding the carcass of the lizard in his hand. So basically, as we just explained, it's why would you do that? You would never. So on one hand, the person shows that to everybody that he's trying to be purified, but while he's still holding this that animal, it's not going to help. Well, this mikveh is not going to help. Commentary. Generally, a person who is ritually impure can regain his ritual purity through the immersion in the mikveh. Yeah. However, the contact with the dead lizard imparts the ritual impurity. Right? Since in this instance he remains ritually impure because he never sees contact with the source of the impurity. So he dips, as we said, with this lizard. I mean, he's still impure. So what is the purpose of this deepening? It's like a useless, as we said. Continue. His immersion will be of no avail. So I mean, the Rambam is very clear. Until he cast away the carcass. Until meaning that he resolved. So in simple words, that he's going to do teshuvah. Now, not only say by words, but in his mind, in his heart. Commentary. Analytically, one can explain that though his confession will not bring atonement, just as the immersion to which it is compared will not bring the ritual purity, the act itself is a positive one. Okay. Okay, let's continue reading. This confession may cause him to become embarrassed by the sin and may motivate him to abandon them entirely. So very interesting explanation, right? So they say even though this the deepening in the mikveh is not going to help them, as we said, until he throws the way this animal, right? Same as this empty statement that he's going to do the show is not going to help him because he's he did not resolve in his heart to stop on one hand. On another hand, right, he's a step closer, and at least maybe like after he repeated 7 times out loud, so I'm just saying, right, that he's going to do teshuvah, so maybe he's going to get closer to actual teshuvah, right? And maybe while he's already, just to draw the parallel, he's already in the mikveh, so it's easier for him just to throw the animal away. He already there, and dip one more time, and he's clean. Right? So, which is very interesting.
I have one question for continue.
Please, yes.
This animal is an example, or is literal? You hold an animal which is dead.
I didn't get about animal. What do you mean? It's there is 7 impure animals, or 5. I don't remember exactly. That have very strong ritual impurity.
Yes, I ask this because one time I have some pest issue in my home, and they were rats or mice, and I hunt them and I throw them away and to the fields, and I touch one. How do you say the corpse or carcass?
Carcass, yeah. What's that? Step back. So, but did you touch it with a hand or with something else?
With a glove.
With a what? With a cloth?
Gloves. With gloves.
Gloves. No, gloves. There is no problem. So the gloves, they create the separation.
And what if I would have?
Go ahead. Sorry.
What if I would have touched these dead animals with bare hands?
Exactly. So let's say I think if I remember correctly, so don't quote me, but I think the mice is one of the impure animals, right? So in this thing, I mean, so if you have a mikveh, so you have to go to mikveh, right? So if not, so that there is other ways to purify him yourself. So they say if you stand under the shower, right, under like a regular shower, I think 10 minutes or so, so enough water is going to be poured out on you, so it's like a mikveh. So it would be considered like a purity. And you understand? So, but if you don't, just wash your hands, basically, like one, like you do after the bathroom, because it is these animals, they have a special spiritual impurity. But the proper way to handle them, not to touch them. So if you want gloves, you use your broom to sweep them away, stuff like that. You use a garbage bag, better not to touch them. Okay, as like I think it's disgusting just. So, right.
But at the time, what is how much time has to pass until you can?
Oh, it's even split seconds. So there is no time limit. So of course, as we said, it's a spiritual impurity. It's not like you hands are dirty or stuff like that. No. It has nothing to do with that. It's spiritual. So spiritual is instantaneous.
But even if this animal has died a long time ago, is the same impurity?
Yes. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Okay, continue. So I mean, it's a little not what we're saying, but the general idea, yes. So they say throw away this impure animal, so you can purify yourself. Okay, so one more time the sentence. His immersion will be of no avail until he cast away the carcass. So 26. Now, based on the same principle, the Sefer HaChinuch states, this person has stolen an article or damaged the neighbor's property. His confession is of no avail until he makes a restitution. So I think it's a beautiful commentary, right? So okay, so he broke, I don't know, fence of the neighbor. Okay, maybe he feels bad and maybe he regrets, but until he fixed this fence of the neighbor's fence, until he give him money at least. I mean, he said, please fix it. He's a compensation. And even many times, like a compensation is only one step, right? You have to pacify the person. Okay, maybe he got the same fence as before. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, thank you very much, but that's what I had before. So you have to pacify him. And here is I'm not sure if there is a limit. I mean, if he has to buy, if you have to buy a helicopter to make him happy, that's what you have to do, right? Otherwise, he said, "I'm not going to forgive you."
Rabbi.
Yes, go ahead.
Let's say I stole something, right? But the person said before Hamapal, he said, "I forgive everyone," so on and so forth. Okay, am I good? No Vera now, or?
I'm sorry, if you stole from somebody and you forgive them, I didn't get it.
No. I stole from him, and then he said that thing before going to bed. He said, "I forgive everyone who did bad to me."
Oh, of course. Yes. So it says that. So if he forgives you, right? So meaning that he knows this thing was stolen from him. Okay, so let's say he had this I don't know, $50 on the table. Right, and many people came over to him. I don't know. It was hot. They say, "Okay, have a drink," and they like 5 different people came, right? And somebody took this $50 from the table, and he said, "You know what? Let them have it, whatever." So I forgive. So this person is forgiven, of course. I mean, the reason is to forgive the people, right? I'm talking about, so somebody wronged you, and you want to forgive them sincerely. Otherwise, because of this $50, $5, $3 that I insist not to forgive, so a person would be forced to brought back to this world, right? And that you and that person who you did not forgive, and he would have to sweat and give you $3. So it's the way I see it, it's not worth it. You know, and so let him have it. Whatever he did wrong, HaShem is going to pay him back. HaShem sees everything. I don't have to be like Avenger. So as we said in today's Wednesday, right? The Psalm of the day, we say, "HaShem, to you belongs all of the vengeance." You want to kill somebody, like leave me out of that.
Mm-hmm. But over
so all of these things, all of the hamapil must be done with this complete sincerity. Not just say thanks because I want to go to sleep. No. I don't want to come here. I forgive them. So I know, or I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, so if he doesn't know that I stole $10 from him, right? So I still get forgiven if he says that thing, right?
Okay. So thank you for saying that. So there are two parts of the situation. Okay, I forgive that person, but this person does not know that he's forgiven. You understand? On him, this obligation to do teshuvah and make a restitution. I forgave him. I did my part, but his part is not done.
Mm-hmm. So,
you understand? So just because I forgave him does not mean that he does not have to bring me money, give me money. So if he brings me money and say, "I'm sorry, I stole this money, but I don't have it. I lost my job. I lost this. I lost that." So I say, if I said, "No, don't worry about it. Forget about it," there is no problem. He's forgiven. But until then,
so my question is, because in that thing we also say, "May no man be punished because of me," so on and so forth, right?
Exactly.
So my question is, then what if I still have to give it back the object, or still I have to do teshuvah? What difference? I'm still gonna get punished this way or that way. So what's the point? No.
So you're not going to come back in this world for him to give this $3. You understand? He's going to get punished because of the $3, but at least you would not have to suffer, come back for him to give you personally this $3. That's the thing. So when you forgive this person, that's what it means.
Mm-hmm. But is he going to have to come back or no in a Gilgal?
Of course. I mean, come back, or I apologize. I said, of course, I apologize. So he's going to suffer. He's going to lose this money. HaShem is going to deal with him as a thief, right? But at least, even if he's going to come back, it's not going to be because of me, right? Because I said that I forgive him, right? And sincerely. And I'm not going to be made suffer here 70 years until he's going to decide to give me the $3 back. You understand? So at least I take myself from equation. HaShem deals with him. Let him do with him whatever he wants. I know that on Rosh Hashanah, he promised me that I'm not going to lose anything. That's my parnas, I don't know, whatever, how many thousands of dollars I'm going to get. That's it. I mean, I sleep nicely. I don't worry about that person because I forgave him. I did my part, but he did not do his part. That's what we're learning about the person who wronged somebody else. That's our topic now.
But for that person who got forgiven, his punishment is less if he got forgiven, even though he didn't give back the money, or no?
No, his punishment is less. Correct. Yes.
Oh, okay. How much less? Like, what do we get?
I don't know. I mean, it depends on the situation. Come on, you want me invent the punishment units? Okay, let's try to finish this halacha. That's a good question. How much more or how much less? Okay, continue. After note 26, this principle is implied by the statement in the Proverbs 28:13. He who confesses and forsakes, right, his sins will be treated with mercy. So one more time, he who confesses and forsakes, right, confesses that he did whatever wrong, right, forsake his sins, will be treated with mercy. That's a Torah promise, commentary 27. The verse states that in addition to confession, the person must modify his behavior and abandon his sins. So, I mean, we spoke about it, but it just Rambam brings another proof, right? So he has to confess, and of course, don't do it again, right? And change his behavior, change his life, basically.